So, what is up? How you guys doing? Good? Great. Today, I have a little bit of a different video than usual, except it's sort of similar to the previous video that I did. This one, right here, because it's about customization. And recently I've gotten a bunch of clothes from family members that it doesn't fit anymore, or you know, they don't necessarily really wear it anymore. So I just said, hey, I don't mind. A lot of the clothes, some of them is like clothes that I wouldn't necessarily wear, or things that I would wear before, but not necessarily anymore. And what we're planning to do is filming a couple of outfits in these clothes right here. Got a tunic, cardigan, regular cut jumper, sort of oversized for me because it doesn't fit me 100%. Another jumper, wool, and they're all in sort of different cuts, I guess. There's probably gonna be sort of a reoccurring theme of grunginess, since a lot of this stuff is wool, and you know, those two just goes sort of hand in hand. So I'm going to be styling them to the best of my efforts, see how they look on, and then we'll be back here customizing them afterwards. So I'll be going into the think box, think about how to style it, and then let's see. Roll it. Alright, so since all of the windows in my house doesn't have blinds, I have to do this like this, I guess. But a lot of the stuff that I already wore, I actually kind of like, so I might not actually do a part where I will customize absolutely all of it, but some of it I definitely will. And before you go off and you're like, wow, that's kind of literally the same thing, all of it, I will be customizing or modifying a lot of it pretty similar to each other. And I mean, I probably won't show all of the stuff in like a really lengthy way, I most likely will just film really quickly over each piece, and then we'll see like if it looks good or not. But yeah, roll it. Alright, so I go through all this trouble, right? Because I had a plan to hem one of the things that I'm adapting. So I do all of this work, right? Get all of this set. And once I get the sewing stuff, right? I open up the thing and then I just see like there's nothing there. So I can't do the hemming of the thing, of the jumper, because I have no thread. The only thread I found was like this one, and that it's like I can't do yellow threading on there. Yeah, I guess I just gotta leave it raw hemmed or something, you know. Actually, never mind. I found everything that I need in the basement. Not bad. Finally, I finished all the clothing. So here's the pile. A couple of things I didn't adapt to here, like these. And that. But anyway, you know, I feel like some pieces turned out better than others, and some turned out worse than maybe starting point. But you know, maybe it'll grow on me after a while, who knows. But anyway, now then, let's get back into the position. So, as I'm recording this video, the genius that I am, I figured out that I didn't actually do any transitions into the B-roll for me actually styling the outfits after I've customized them. So anyway, I guess this will be the transition into that. Roll it. Ow. Alright, so then, I've lined the pieces up in a manner of the way that I like them the most, or the least to most, out of the things that I customized. There's a couple of pieces that I didn't do anything with, like the white, almost sheer woolen jumper, because I tried it on and tried to style it, and I liked it too much to even do anything about. But yeah, let's get into these. The first one here that I did, it looks really cool when it's on the hanger, in my opinion, but you know, it's the one that had the balloon arms before I did anything to it. But when I cut off like the part where it just bunched up together, and you could probably see it right here, and then distressed it a little bit around there, here, and the bottom, and the neck lining. It wasn't that much effort, to be honest, to do on this, but in my opinion, the sleeves got a little bit too short when I cut off the thing that, you know, bunched it together, the elastic. And I think it looks alright, but it's not like amazing, you know? So that's why this one is my least favorite out of the bunch. Still an alright piece, and probably a little bit more wearable in my own opinion, for myself, than it was before though. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. I did pretty much the same things to this, to the tunic that was in here, which I did to the thing that I put all the way in the back there now. I distressed the bottom hem lining of this thing, which you can see right here. A little bit, I guess. Can't see it too much, but I did not do the neck lining though. And I did a little bit on the sleeves as well. A little bit more on the left sleeve than the right sleeve. I also cut off the elastic on this version as well because I didn't fully like it that much. And honestly, I find it to be a little cooler without the elastic when I fold the sleeves up and stuff. But yeah, let's move on to the next one again. The black cardigan is one of the safer pieces, I guess, from what I created. This one is actually, you won't be able to tell, but this one is the one that took the longest time to customize, because I distressed like literally every edge on the piece. You can tell right here I did the pockets, the inside here. It's kind of hard to tell because it's all black. One thing that I'm really not super happy about with this one though is that this one is double-sided. The stuff that's all the way out on the edge, all over around it, is like double-sided. So you can probably tell if I put it closer. It started to bunch in or like roll in, which just sort of ruined the distressed look, in my opinion. Which I'm not like too, you know? But overall, it's a pretty good piece in my opinion. Alright, and then we have the yellow jumper. This one is a little bit more sketchy on the hanger because I didn't do too much to this one either. I just cut off the elastic neck lining on it, and the elastic neck lining must have held it up really well, because the neck lining just became like way bigger when I just took the elastic off, and as you can probably tell, it barely hangs on to the hanger. And I also did the sleeves a little bit, as you can tell, right here, probably. Maybe. And to be honest, I'm pretty happy with that. The last and my favorite piece out of the bunch here. This one is the one that looks the worst on the hanger because of the neck, the way the neck lining is. So on this one, I did like a C hemming thing going on the bottom part of this thing. I honestly, when I made this, I had like, or before I made this, I had like no idea what to do with it. But then it just hit me. Do a C hem, and then I was like, but I can't just do a C hem, that's kind of boring. So then I was planning on doing the same thing that I did to the yellow one, but halfway through I was like, wait a minute. So I did not cut the entire ribbing, neck lining off, and you can see here, right? So what I do with the neck lining, I don't just lay, you know, I didn't just lay it be like this. So it looks kind of scuffed when it's just on the hanger. But I guess, you know, I tie it in a knot and it becomes sort of like a choker thing or whatever, like a scarf, but it's attached to the jumper. So, you know, you don't have to look for it. Innovator. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's, to be honest, pretty much it for the video. If you liked the video, leave a like down below. Comment what you thought of the things, and if you liked the transformation, or if you thought it looks terrible now, tell me. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, if you want to see similar content. I am here I upload sometimes, you know. And I'll see you in the next video. Wait, actually, before you go. Bye!